Good afternoon, it's Tanya, the Canadian Stamper. Saturday, November 26th. I am late today by several hours. Thanks for everybody for putting up with all of my changes to everything. We are trying to knock off a huge team assignment for my MBA program, and we're doing a lot of meeting between the 5 of us. But today I have for you some gift tags. So we're going to do 4 gift tags. 2 of them kind of landscape and 2 horizontal. So I'm going to show you all of my different supplies that we're going to do, that I'm going to do. Today's buffet was canceled because Zachary is sick. He's got a fever and he's doing okay, but didn't want to have people in the house and him get sick. So I'm going to flip you around and I'm going to tell you about something that's happening next week. I think December 1st. There's another sale. And then we're just going to get right into it. And hopefully we're going to be about a half an hour. So thanks for joining me, even though I'm a tad late. So let's do it. Let's flip you around, and then I'm trying to bring up comments as well so I can see you. All right. There I am. Awesome. Awesome sauce. So, how's everybody's morning so far? Afternoon so far, I should say. Sorry, my thing here is a bit droopy. Let me tighten while we're talking. And, okay, so on December 1st, next Thursday, there is going to be another sale. This will be the last chance sale. So this catalog is going to retire at the end, let me think, whoops, at the end of December. I'm just zooming out so you can see a bit better. And there's going to be a sale coming up. So I will post for sure, of course, so stay tuned for that next week so that you can see all the things. Here's the tools I'm using today. Hello, Terry and Marie. So we're going to use these. These are tags. These are tailor-made tag dies, which make making tags super easy, super fun. So it's got the this sort of a shape and that shape. So we're going to do 2 of each, just so you can see. And then you can see these little green doodads, the circles and the sort of square, and that's to reinforce these pieces here. So we're going to put those on. And then we're going to use this bundle. Now this is a massive, massive bundle. So you get 2 stamp sets and 2 die sets. I think you can buy them maybe like this and like this. But it's in the annual catalog under the Christmas section. So we're going to use some of the greenery here. And then we're going to use a couple of the sentiment stamps. Let's get to it. I have here in these little packages, these are some leftovers. So as I'm working with the dies and the stamps, I just keep the extra bits in these little cellophane bags, and then I tuck them inside the stamp case so that I have them for another time. All right, so here are our colors we're using. So Shaded Spruce, Cherry Cobbler, and Basic Gray. Now, I've also got some scrap pieces. So we're gonna do one version of the of the tag that is flat. So no sort of popped up dimensional pieces on it. And then I wanna do the other 2 where there's some depth to it, you know what I mean? So the first thing we're gonna do, so I've got my silicone mat, and what I should have done for these tiny little pieces, if I was thinking, which I wasn't at 7 o'clock this morning, I should have used the adhesive sheets, but whatever, this will be fine. So I think this is kind of an optional step of adding these little reinforced pieces. Optional because I think that if you were to use thick cardstock, for example, I don't think that you would need it at all because the paper is obviously thick. But I think that they add like if you were doing them in a different color. So it adds a different, just adds to the prettiness, you know? Did I throw everybody off this morning? I know I love to have coffee and crafting first thing in the morning, and then I kind of messed everybody up this morning, so sorry about that. Hopefully everybody's able to catch me on the replay. So if you want to know anything about the US steel market, or how China plays a part in the US steel market, happy to take questions. We're doing our team project that I've been working on all morning, which has gotten in the way of crafting, is about a company called Nucor Steel and the steel industry. So I knew nothing about steel prior to about a week ago, and now I know all kinds of stuff about the US steel market, well, international as well. So that's part of my strategy class for my master's in business admin. It's interesting, very, very interesting. Okay, one more to go here. So does anybody have these dies? Make sure to hit me with a hashtag replay. And who's here besides Terry and Marie? Wonder who else is joining. We went to a craft fair. It's Out of Hand craft fair last night. They have booze at the craft fair. I have never been a part of that, where there's been booze at a craft fair. Love it. Because they're like Costco, they were giving away free samples. So that was fun. Got Lance a couple of things. Okay. Now let's get to stamping. So we're going to be using a combination of photopolymer and cling stamps. So photopolymer being the clear, and then cling stamps being kind of like the new version of the red rubber. So with this cling stamp, you don't need a mat because it's got the squishiness built in, but just for consistency's sake, I'm going to use it. You for sure need to use it on the polymer stamps. All right, so we're going to use basic gray, and we're going to do this sentiments. Hi, Kyle. Thanks for saying hi. So for this, so as I said before, in case you're just joining, I'm going to do 4 tags, 2 horizontal and 2 portrait. So I think I'm going to do Friends Like You Make This Season Special on the, yeah, I'm just thinking portrait, and then it's actually bigger than I want it to be on there, but I can't change that size, so I think I might tuck it. Yeah, all right, so we're doing gray. So just tap, tap gentle so we don't get any rings around the outside. And I'm gonna go right in the center. So you could totally use black on this. I just, you know, we use black so much. Whoops. That's good. So now while I'm here, I'm gonna stamp these as well. And then we're finished with the basic gray. It just fits. So these tags, I'm using the largest of the set. So you see how it's got 1, 2, 3, it's got 4 versions. Look at that teeny tiny one. And what I've done is on other cards is not the biggest one, but the next one down. If you take your card, you could do it card front or in the center, and make a little pocket in the front of the card, and then you can have it to where the tag, you know, comes out of the pocket kind of, that has a sentiment on it. And then you can actually use these as bookmarks as well, which a demonstrator did a while ago. I can't remember, earlier this year. And I thought, that's clever. I don't know about you guys, but I keep all my cards. And so having it as dual purpose you know, to be used as a bookmark, I think is a fun way to add to it. Okay, so because I am going to be stamping off of these, I want to put this under my workstation. So I'm still getting the squishiness, like the foam, which gives you a better impression with photopolymer stamps. So let's do the square ones first. So we'll treat these ones as just being our flat, basic, quick and easy tags. So I'm going to do shaded spruce, and we're going to do two-step stamping. So we know what two-step stamping is? Let's just review. So we're going to pick up, so just tap, tap gentle to get your ink on there. So no, it's not two-step, it's first and second generation. So first generation, second generation. You could actually do a third because this is a very deep green. So first, second, third. I kind of like the third actually. And for our purposes, I'm going to do, I just want to have a look here. I think I'm going to do, this holly seems quite big. Oh, actually that's not bad. I think I'm going to do holly down here, and then I'm going to come in with a bit of this greenery. Actually, there's two greenery. This one is better. Okay. No, I said holly. Holly first. I might go full strength. Just want to think about this for a second. Yeah, I think I'm going to go full strength. I'm just thinking out loud here. So I'm pulling it back a bit from the sentiment. I could go here, but I want to leave room for my other sprigs. So I'm going to come back a bit. I haven't made these before, so yeah, I'm good with that. So let's just to mix it up, let's go second generation on this side. So I was thinking, how can I make these like mass producible, you know? And I don't know, not this version of a tag, I don't think, because you want to be able to move the greenery pieces around. I mean, you could for sure cut a bunch of these and stamp them like this and then just assembly line to add the greenery around. You know what I mean. So you could second generation stamp this, but see how you'd get the pattern? Do you see that? And I'm not down with that. Okay, so let's go second generation here. So what are you guys up to today? Anybody going to craft fairs? We had so much fun yesterday. We were there for like just about 3 hours, I think. And then we went for dinner. It was fun. All right, so now I'm gonna do this greenery. I almost feel like maybe I should do a different type of green, but let's just, so there's first and there's second. Do you see there's something on my stamp right there? Willow hair, I think. Oh no. Looks like baby wipe excess. I need my stamp chamois is what I need. There we go. All right, let's try that again. So one, yeah, definitely second generation, I think. Then we're gonna add some red. So we're gonna go here. And I think I'm gonna do third. Yeah. And then because up here is second, I'm gonna do third generation. So really you can kind of add or not, completely dependent on what kind of style you're going for. Then we're going to add some red and it's totally going to pop. Bought only one thing. What does that mean, Kyle? I think I'm going to go second here. Oh, at a craft fair, I bet. I bet you that's what you mean. Okay, one more. Awesome. All right, so let's do cherry cobbler. And we're gonna add some, of these red berries. 2 craft fairs and 1 purchase. I bet you saw lots of good stuff though. So this is the stem. So what happens here, I'll do it in red so you can see. So you do the stems, and then these berries, positioned properly, will line up perfectly to the stems. I just need to grab my brown. So I'm gonna do crumb cake, and it's gonna be just like a sliver of the stem. Okay, so I think I might put the berries down here. And I think you could probably even get away with no stem at all. In some instances, if you wanted, you could skip it all together and just add the red. So to just concentrate. Yeah. I like the red. It pops. Oh, shoot. I just put my red in my brown. Ruh-roh. Let me just move this out of the way so that doesn't happen again. Stick with the cherry cobbler. Hopefully that didn't mess up my ink pad. Have you guys done that before? Yeah, I'm sure. So let's do second generation, and let's just, I just want to add in a pop of red. Yeah, that's pretty. So there's the first 2 tags. Stems not needed, you say, Kyle. Yeah. Yep, I agree. I think you could totally do it without. So there's the first 2. So you know what as I'm looking at this, you could add some shimmer paper, or you could take Winkostella, I think, and maybe do some of the red cherry and just do a bit of Winkostella on there. All right, so let's do these 2. Same process, but we're only gonna do just kind of the base layer, because then I'm gonna die cut. Let me just show you. So I've got my mat under there still, and I want to have, it's almost a bit ombre actually, by accident. Okay, so we're just gonna do a couple of these because I want them to be on the card. And then I'm gonna do, there's a die for the cherries. I'm calling them cherries. I don't know what they are. These red balls. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna die cut those in a moment. Let's get this green going. So I'm gonna use this one this time, which is a bit different. Hi Pam, thanks for joining. Yeah, be sure to say hello when you arrive. I always like to know who's watching, and you can add comments with what your thoughts are on how to make these. So we're doing tags. Just just thinking about where I'm gonna put my die cut pieces. Yeah. I think I'm gonna cluster the die pieces here and here. So just to give you an idea, these are the, oh, I might use these too. I love it when they're already done for me. So these little die pieces kind of go like that. See, it's too tight there, but I think it's okay here. Like so. So, and then this one might have to go here. So the nice thing about tags is that you can go over the paper. You don't have to, like a card, you know, it's got to fit in the envelope, but you don't have to worry about those factors on tags. So I'm doing second generation stamping. I'm going to switch it up back to our other piece of greenery. And I'm actually going to go third because I want it to be quite, well, actually maybe even fourth. Yeah. I just want a bit of background behind the holly pieces. Oh my gosh, 5th generation. Living on the edge. All right, so let's cut our pieces with our mini die cutting machine and then reevaluate. Cranberries or holly berries? Yes, Lori. Holly berries, Gail says, not Gail, Kyle says. Let's move this, because the die cutting machine is not going to bode well on paper. All right, so mini stamp cut and emboss machine. So you can see it a bit better. So I've got my plates and here are my die pieces. So sometimes with the big shot, large stamp cut and emboss machine, you can do multiple on the same like plate as you're going through, but I find that it's a bit, I like to just do them quickly on their own rather than load up the plate with a bunch on the mini. So each to their own. Just a bit easier to maneuver. So there's our die cut pieces. 2. So we'll do it one more time. So we've got a couple friends here from, well, Lance and I used to work on Sunshine Coast, and that's where Zach was born, but we moved from there, and some friends that we worked with there they're being transferred to work on the island. So they're over here doing their, what we call a house hunting trip. So that's pretty exciting. So I think to your point, ladies, you're right. Holly berries or cranberries, there's a separate die for them, or you can add the stem and the berries in one and cut them out. So some options there. So I think it is intended to either be together or separate. So sometimes Stampin' Up! Will have 2 set, like for the really small ones, not in this case, not that I can tell, where, for example, you've got, say, 2 of these so that you can cut out multiples. You don't have to just cut each one out like I'm doing. Sometimes it's a bit of a deterrent. If there's super tiny pieces and I have to use one die to cut it out every single time, it's a bit annoying. So I do like it when the dies have multiples for smaller pieces, is what I'm saying. There. So there's our 2 holly berries. All right, I think I'm done with that. Let's bring you back up and let's build these. Oops. All right. Now I think I just want these little ones. So there's 3 done here. So these are part of the dies. Like there's a ton of dies in the set. A ton. And then this is one massive die. I'm just gonna sneak a little bit of this out. I don't know that I'll use it, but I like to have options. So maybe like, these are our avid tags. So we've got our quick and beautiful, and now we're gonna do avid ones. So we're gonna add, my definition of avid in this case is gonna be adding some dimension. So sometimes when I make a mistake on my dies, like the paper is like moves on me or whatever, then I'm just shaving so that the white looks a little more balanced all the way around. You might not even notice or care. I'm a bit anal that way. But I like it to be balanced. Okay. So, I think I said I was going over here. So let's just start gluing, maybe dimensionals actually. Now I'm being mindful because if it's gonna hang off of the tag, I don't want my dimensional to be exposing. This needs to be cut. What else can I tell you about? I'm super bummed out that I had to cancel my buffet, but I would be devastated if someone got sick after being at my house. So, such is life. Well, that's okay. I've rescheduled it to December 4th. So hopefully that's still good. And then I'm doing a virtual, we're gonna do like a free little virtual something in December. So my courses are finished December 11th. Oh, and so we've got 2 like holiday fundraiser kind of things going on. So I think I actually have a couple of dates left if anybody is interested in just not fundraising, but well, fundraising if you want to, but just getting together with friends. And then I can bring all the crafting stuff. Do like a crafting chat, make a couple of cards, or actually in, if it's into December, depending, I should post actually, I've got a little graphic that shows the dates that are available. So I will supply like a couple of cards or a few tags, all the materials and everything. And I will bring it to you. We'll do some crafting. Little holiday festivities. All right, so this one, down here or up here? What do you guys think of these tags so far? Maybe up there, and then I can take these 2 little, yeah. What do you think? What's happening for my comments? All right, so let's pop these up, and then we're done already. Oh, I gotta put some string. So I'm just being mindful of our opening there. So I have some sad news to tell you. It's a personal problem. I lost my Christmas card list, like my Word document that I keep updated, and then I could just print out labels for all my Christmas cards. Yeah, I lost it. I don't know where it is. So I've been trying to slowly rebuild, and now it's coming up the end of November, and I'm not prepared. We got our first Christmas card in the mail, And Zach is giving me a hard time. He's like, okay, Mom. So, like, where's your Christmas cards, Mom? Anyways, so all my Christmas cards are done, but do not have a good process on how to get the addresses and things organized. So that's sort of it's a bummer. It's a total bummer. That's a bit long, but that's okay. Then I'm going to add my berries. And then I'll show you a trick for the ribbon. We're going to do, I mean, it sort of depends on how much ribbon you want to add. All right, let's move all the things. A lot of work to retype. When we went to visit, we crashed, so the husbands went out to do their, they had, I don't know, can't remember the place where they went, but they were doing their thing. And so then we came and crashed, the girls, after our dinner and craft fair that we went to. And so I passed my phone around to the people that were there, asking them to make sure I had their updated address in my phone in preparation. Okay, so I've just added a bit of Wink Estella. Oh, paper booklet, Pam. I don't know that I can do that. It is, you can't, it's less risk though, right? With your, so this is Evening Evergreen. I'm just looking in my drawer over here. I don't have any shaded spruce, but this is okay, I think. So I'm gonna cut a chunk. I'm gonna fold it in half like this. Whoops. And then, this is a bit wide, so I'm just folding it in half so that I can get it through the little piece here. So here's the trick. So I've got this, and I've got a loop here. Oops, this isn't probably very long enough, but anyways. So open up your loop in the back, and then tuck in your 2 front tabs. And then gently tug. And so what this does is it creates a little bump here at the front. And then your pieces aren't going to come, well, they're not supposed to anyways. They won't come loose from here. So then on the back, you can just write to and from here. There's stamps you can buy for that, but I'm fine to just write to and from. So this little green piece adds a nice little accent, right? Okay, so there's that one. Now let's do it again for one of our other tags. So I've made this one a bit longer. So do it again. I'm folding in half, and then I'm just making that a bit smaller so that I can fit it through. So if you were to come the back way, your bump, this little bump, would be at the back. And that's what it would look like at the front, if it matters. You know, some people really care about that, and some people, they're like, never would have even thought about it being a thing. So I share both for you. Be gentle with this part, sort of organizing your ribbon how you want it before it, you know, fully finishes. If you don't have these little reinforcers on here, maybe even hold this while you're cinching this up to snug. I would just hate for you to spend all the time making your beautiful tag, and then you go to put the ribbon on and then it rips. It'd be disappointing. All right, so the other thing you can do, so we're going to take a little piece of this. This is the natural twine. And we're going to tie here just a knot. So if you had ribbon, I mean, this ribbon, it's not a problem, but if you had ribbon that kind of kept coming loose, because some ribbons are like that, I recommend doing this. So getting another little piece of linen or some other type of twine. It could be the same twine ribbon too. Like you could do green on green if you wanted. And then just tie this off at the base so that it prevents it from moving. And then it's pretty to just add that little piece. So really, I find that when doing avid projects, the biggest differentiator between, you know, beginner, casual, and avid is really the layers that you're adding to your project. Because with layers comes more complexity. Okay, so I've got another bow. It's not really behaving. Let's go here. There we go. So I've just run my nail over it to make it sort of run down. And I'm going to, uh-oh, where are my glue dots? I'm glue dotless. Oh, I've got another box here. No problem. So here's some glue dots. So because this is really thin, I'm going to sort of squish that so that it's more narrow and put it right in behind the knot. And I'm gonna add it somewhere, maybe one of these ones. Just right there, actually. I love them. Okay, I'm just gonna keep putting this ribbon on just to finish the last two off, and then we're done. Okay, what else would you guys put on these if you were making them? Anything? So I think you could, you could make a little box of these and give them to somebody as a gift, actually. This is not, I'm gonna twist this. There we go. Winkostella, yes, Pam. Winkostella, I put on a little bit, but yes, I think you're right. We could add some more Winkostella for sure. I might leave that one bare. And last one. So you can use your paper snips for cutting ribbon. However, it's better to use, it's kind of like if you're a sewer, you want to make sure your snips are kind of like your good sewing shears. So that's why I was using these, I think these are from IKEA or something, to cut the ribbon so it doesn't dull. That's really long. So it doesn't dull my snips. All right. Snow on the pine cones. Oh, Pam, yes. My puff paint. My puff paint. Do we have time for that? Where's my, I don't even know where my heat gun is. Crud, that's an excellent idea, Pam. So clever. So Pam, I am kind of, as soon as I am finished here, I'm driving to your house to do a drop off. And then I'm going to Jody's house to do a drop off because I ran out of time yesterday on my way downtown. I'm dropping off those little team bags that I made up for our team meeting tonight. And I thought about dropping them off on the way home from downtown, but then I was worried about little critters getting into them because it was so late. I want critters eating treats. All right, that's it. We've got our 4 tags. And now I have total FOMO because I want snow added to these. Not this one because it's shimmery, but there's snow going on these ones. There. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks again for tuning in despite being super late. I hope you have an awesome rest of your Saturday. I will let you know how I make out with my steel for Nucor, US Steel Manufacturing. That's what we're doing our presentation, not a presentation, our paper on. It was just a bit too long. Okay, happy crafting, guys. Enjoy your Saturday. And thanks so much for joining. I super appreciate you being here with me. Bye for now.